am in Colorado, and I was joking that I thought the Broncos were down 50, but yes, as of right now, with about 7 minutes left in the game, they are down 50 points. They are down 70 to 20. Pulled off on this scenic overlook. There's a lake, and actually the sun reflection is so bad I can't even see through the camera. I hope you guys have a good view. A lot of mountains off in the distance. I am very close to Frisco, Colorado, I think, which is also very close to Vail. I was waiting for the sign that said Vail. A while ago, a sign said 76 minutes from Vail, and I thought I drove for about that long, but never saw the sign that said like welcome to Vail or anything, but I think I'm here. So on this stop, I wanted to talk to you about that interesting stat. When I was in California and I was saying there were a lot of days I lost a buy-in or more, and I said that was very rare for me. That doesn't happen at such a high frequency. Some people in the comments were asking about that. I know a couple are just miserable people who hate me and hate poker and hate life. A few people I think were reasonable though with their questions. They seemed to think it was odd to be able to win as much as I do without having very frequent or very large losing days. So I think it wasn't totally clear. I think the thought is that it's difficult to get enough hours, because you might think I get to like minus 250 on the day and I don't want to get to minus 300, like that's a magic number in my mind, and I leave. That's not the case. If I lose 300, that's fine. It just doesn't happen that often. And I think it's also, people think you need to lose a lot to win a lot. There are definitely styles of play like that. I know Herbs and Rye plays a pretty volatile style. He has some large losing days, but he has huge winning days, and they're much more frequent than the losing days. You can do that, I just don't. So, I recently finished a stretch where I went 78 days without having a day of minus $300 or worse. Then I looked back to last year, and if you remember last year, there was a day in Council Bluffs, I was down 900 at one point, ended minus 648, but that was the day where I lost at least a buy-in. And then in mid-October, there was a 6-day stretch where I had 3 days in those 6, where each day was losing a buy-in or worse. So, from that day in Council Bluffs last summer to that stretch in October, I went about 125 days without having a day of minus a buy-in or worse. And then after that stretch in mid-October, when I started the 250 hours challenge, link to the playlist at the top of the screen. And from there to the end of the year, I didn't have a day where I lost a buy-in or worse. So that was about 55 days to end the year. So my last 3 stretches, 125 days, 55 days, 78 days. It's about 260 days across these 3 stretches, and here are the stats. Hours per day, 6.7. That's solid. I could be playing more, but that's solid. If you want to think about it in terms of a 30-day month, it's about 200 hours per month. Last year, starting in April, I played about 180 hours per month once I started the channel, so an average of 200 is solid. 6.7 hours per day is solid. And the money, if you remember when I hit 10,000 hours lifetime, link at the top, and I put up my stats. My lifetime hourly was $14.08, and during these 3 stretches, I had an hourly of $14.27. So higher than my lifetime hourly and more hours per day than I've been playing since I started the channel. So there's definitely a way to play low volatility poker that still results in large wins, frequent wins, and you make plenty of money. And instead of ending this video on the road, I will show you some of the peaks out in the distance. Tenderfoot Mountain, Torrey's Peak, Grays, Independence, Keystone, Swan, Mount G, Bald Mountain. Oh, the lake is called Lake Dillon. Ophir Mountain, and Frisco. I told you I was coming up on Frisco. Chief Mountain off to the right. So let me try to find Bald Mountain. It looks like the one just left of center of the lake. Okay, that would be my guess at Bald Mountain. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that one, that peak right in the middle. So there it is. I don't know if you could see the moon. I could see it not through the camera. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's faint, but I could see like 3/4 of the moon. And there you have it.